Sorry lah, I think I'm being called by Willy to appear here lah, and I'm not ready.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, thanks everyone for the introduction, and I will pass the control to the Toastmaster of the day, Selina. Selina, over to you.
Right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Fuchun Toastmasters Club meeting, online meeting. Okay, this is my first time online. So welcome to everyone. Usually I will greet. My name is Sadina, and I'll be your Toastmasters of the day for this meeting. All right. For today, there's a program for today will be we will have the first session of the meeting. There will be table topics, followed by speech, and have a break. Then after that, we continue with evaluation. Then we end the meeting. Right. Next, we have how many speakers do we have? 3 speakers tonight. All the speakers here.
I'm one of the speaker.
Okay.
Speaker 2.
I'm the first speaker.
Leighton is the first speaker, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then Fajin.
And Diraj.
By the Raj, So Diraj. So
Second speaker is Diraj, and I'm the third.
you're the third. All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we shall. The timer. I'm not sure who will be the timer.
I am also the timer.
Oh, you double up as a timer? All right, good. So timer, you know the sequence.
You want to meet? Okay, I go use the digital one already.
Okay.
I will be doing this. This is 4 minutes.
It's for every speaker, not your speaker. So I do your speech. I will do.
Can you
5
see
minutes.
Can you
Are
see
you able to see the number?
Cannot see. Can
After
see?
Hey, Selina, after you finish your program, right, you pass the control to me to do my opening speech. After that, I pass.
Okay. Just the timer only. So timer, the color code or using the number? Using number, is it?
Use color code.
Color code, Okay. So, okay, now, this color code, all right? You can see, yes. Green, yellow, and red, right?
And then after 30 seconds, it will go.
You know you will be given 30 seconds to wrap up your. Right.
That means you overtime already.
Right. Okay. Now I shall hand over the control to our club president to give the opening speech.
May I know who are the evaluators?
I will also be the evaluator. I will be your evaluator, Rajit.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Maybe later when we introduce the speaker, then we also do the proper one. Who are the evaluators? All right. So let's have the president to give the opening address. President.
Thank you, Toastmaster Selina. Fellow Toastmaster and guests. Today's theme of the meeting is making choices. And then I would like to talk to you about decision making and decision analysis, which is a vast scientific field. Believe or not, in which I have spent some time researching. I do not possess to be a very good decision maker, only an aspiring decision analyst. But in Toastmaster, the last 9 months, let me ask Selina a very good question. The work that I do for the club, the decision that I make for the club, is it very useful for the club?
Who you asking? Who?
You.
Asking me regarding? Sorry, what was the question?
I ask. My question is the activity that I have organized for educational talk and the events. Do you find that I am a very good decision maker? and then using social media to attract new members like Sue and so forth.
Okay, you organize the online meeting is just in time. It's just that I think it's appropriate because of this the situation we are in now, and suddenly it becomes so very important. And I think what you have done is very great. Something very very useful that we thank you very much. Right, President.
Okay, thank you, Selena. So a lot of people, let me share with you some story. Many of you by now know that there's also a Singapore Online English Toastmaster Club that is online, that is not under District 18, it's undistricted. And I was the charter president. Many Toastmasters in the community in Singapore have told me, this will not work for them, it will not work for me. After the 3 months of being on the so-called form, today is the 4th month already. I have successfully I have gathered many activities online through social media to attract people from all over the club, all over the world. In ours, this club is an international club, not a local club anymore. We have been a successful. The decision that I made late last year, I have foreseen that something will happen. Really, I came back to Toastmasters after 12 years of away, and I saw a vision for people, and I realized that the decision I made when I came back to charter an online club have helped other clubs as well. Versanti also know what is happening. Jonathan is aware. Casey is aware. Raji also aware of some activity. Sue is also aware. But the next question I will pose is, did I really send a message well to people? I can tell you that I'm not a good person with good words. I'm very direct person. That means that when I think of doing something, I try to reach out to people, and then I cannot get to the point. I'm still learning. That's why I come back to Toastmasters to continue my journey to get to the point. I'm not here to create storm, which other people say I'm creating storm. I'm here to continue my journey in Toastmasters and contribute to the community, especially in Singapore. The online club is an example that I have created for an international member where we have members for all over the world. Although the timing is 9 p.m. Many of you will be sleep like that. Toastmasters, making a good decision and the ability to convince people is two parts. Even you may be a very good decision maker, are you able to convince people? I try my best. Usually I use the point of push people, persuade until I give up. In the end, I decided to use a different approach by show the result first, and then people will be convinced that it works. So definitely, I let go of what I'm supposed to do, means push people. So in the end, coming back to Toastmasters, give me two opportunities to show what I can help the community, especially the current district team, and also help me to continue to improve my communication, especially a few areas in our like get to the point, organize. We are not there. I'm not there yet. Even as at last week, I have received the highest honor in Toastmasters. This I'm now a district Toastmaster already, ETM. So think, and for guests who are not a Toastmaster yet, think what this club can help you. Okay, there are many clubs in Singapore. You have to decide what you want. Do you want to join a club with a lot of good speakers that you do not have the time to do your project speak, or you want to join a club with less members but you have the opportunity to do that? Fuchun Toastmasters Club will give you an opportunity to learn because our membership is still under rebuilding. We are trying. I can say that they take as compared to 2 years ago, she has improved a lot. So, being a new member for the last 8 months, since she joined in August, he has since improved on his table topic skill, impromptu speaking, as well as he used to be speaking very fast. Right now, he's slowed down a bit. So, fellow Toastmaster or guest, do you want to join a club that gives you an opportunity to develop, or do you just want to join a Toastmaster club to listen to good speeches? Over back to you, Selina.
Thank you, Club President. Thank you for the inspiring speech. This is not the first time I know Willie. I know him when he was from another club, and the time that he come back to Fuchun is I think he has changed a lot. He improved, and I think compared to him last time now, I'm very proud what he has done for Fuchun. And in times like this, when everybody is like scrambling, you know, with situation like this, don't know what to do. He's timely. That he has his online club is very timely, and thanks to him that we don't have to meet and risk our life. I'm really thankful to our club president. Thank you, and congratulations for getting your DTM. Well done, well done. Now, for those new members that has just joined, Fuchun is not a new club. Fuchun has been a strong club all along. Only that maybe for the past few years that we you know, it's always up and down, but Fuchun has always survived, and we are always there. Those who have joined Fuchun, those who are new members that has just joined Fuchun, I welcome you, and you can be sure that our club is a strong club. All right, so we will survive. We will survive. All right. So guys, now let's move on to the next segment, which is a table topic. President, table topic. President, shall I go to the table topic? All right. Okay. So for table topics, I'm sure all of you know about table topic, except for our new guest, our new member, which is Christina. So table topic is about impromptu speaking. All right, so we will give you a topic and you speak on the spot without having to think for about 1 to 2 minutes. Timing sequence will be President, timing sequence.
Okay,
You show the timing sequence for the table topics.
Okay, Sarah.
Okay, 1 minute there will be green light. At 1 minute 30 seconds there will be a yellow light, and at 2 minutes there will be red light. Oh my God, sorry. You will then be given 30 seconds to wrap up your table topic speech. Oh my God, sorry. So,
Share your screen. Share your screen. Okay, I will rename myself as the timer so that you all know who is the timer.
okay, President, I'm the topic that I take now. I
Share your
screen, is it?
slowly take your time.
Okay, sorry. I've prepared several questions, about 10 questions. So each one of you, maybe you can just choose number 1 to number 10, and later I will share with you the topic. Can I have volunteer, please?
3.
Who's that?
Diraj, I choose 3.
Number 3. Wait, President, how do I open the thing?
Share screen.
Wait, because I've not opened my this one just now. I sent to you. Can you open for me?
I cannot be timer already.
Wait, let me find out. Let me find what. Okay.
The button at the bottom. Share
The what?
screen.
Billy, I can share it on the screen.
I can share. Okay.
What is it that? What? Sorry, I'm looking for my topics. The one that I sent
So
earlier.
you open the PowerPoint. After that, you go PowerPoint slide. Then you share screen.
Wait. Give me I'm trying.
Take your time. Take your time.
Should I entertain you guys? I'm new to this. Please bear with me. Okay, Willie, I just opened. So I just opened my screen, my PowerPoint. So what should I do?
Okay, under Zoom, there's a share screen button. Share screen.
Wait,
Then show
I
the
should.
PowerPoint slide.
Okay. So wait, let me open up.
Dina, do you have each question in one single page? How are we
Yes.
doing them?
One page each.
Yeah,
Yes.
go to the page that you want to share. Go to that page. Now he choose page 3, right?
Yes, number 3,
Yeah,
So
go to that page
screen?
first.
Okay, I'm already there.
And then bottom you see there's a share screen with the arrow, green arrow. Scroll down the down your screen.
Then I press that green share screen, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Where is that? Here. Can you see?
Yes.
Yes.
Who's the third speaker? Who's the third speaker? Sorry, Diraj, was it you?
Yep.
Okay, so Diraj, there's a topic here. Which, today's meeting theme is making choices today. So all the topics has got to do with choices. So can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Your topics. Shall I read? Your life is a result of the choices you make. Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so you can start anytime.
We all have to make choices in life. For example, we choose to get up at 8 a.m. We choose the first thing we do when we wake up in the morning. Do we get up off our bed and brush our teeth, or do we actually check our phone? That's the choices we make on a day-to-day basis. Do we? Okay, so some of you guys, So some of you are married, if not most of you. Do you take the time to wish your partner well before you go off to work? Choices. Life is just an endless barrage of choices. And this statement cannot be more true. Some choices are mindless. For example, whether you what bus you take, what's the meal you're gonna have. Actually, the meal has some impacts, but those are much more long-term. But the bigger choices are whether you check you're getting sick, whether you go outside in this climate, whether you turn down that offer of a dinner, whether you choose to work hard enough. So with those different choices, that makes people different. That makes us unique. We're all going down the same path. Some people choose to turn different directions, and each person's path differs. But at the end of the day, all those paths converge into one thing. Life as we know it ends. So make the best you can out of your life. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you very much, Diraj. Right, next we have volunteer. Anybody else? Volunteer.
Okay,
Who?
I'm here.
Right,
Ranjit.
okay. Ranjit, what number would you like?
Number 5.
Number 5. You hold on. Give me number 5. Let me find. We find number 5, yeah? Okay. Okay, here we are. Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Right. Here goes. Here goes. The topic is life is the sum of all your choices. Life is the sum of all your choices.
Okay. Life is the sum of all your choices. Okay. I decided to be positive in all my approaches of life. So when I moved to my new home, HDB home, all my neighbors were non-Indians. So I myself went to all the houses, met them, greeted with sweets and snacks, and wished them hi. And we had a very good time together. Unfortunately, my wife, we didn't have a child for a long time, and she got conceived, and there was a miscarriage. And we went into a very terrible time during those times. And we found it, my wife found it very difficult during those times, and she went into depression. During that time, my neighbor, a Chinese family, they had a twin birth. They had a twin boys. And what they did is, when they came to home with a newborn baby, they directly came to our home and they put that two babies on our bed, and they said that it is our belief that if we put the babies, newborn babies, on your bed, you will get the baby soon. All your agonies or all your sufferings will disappear. And whether it is coincident or they are blessings or the blessings of the universe, within a couple of years, I got a child. And I took my child to their home. So our life is sum of all the choices we make. And if we choose our choices in a very positive way, in a very cohesive way with the people around us, the whole thing will come back to us. Thank you. Contest chair.
Thank you very much, Ranjit. Next, anybody want to volunteer? Nathan, you want to volunteer?
Sue, he has to practice.
Sue, yeah, you have to practice. You want to?
Okay.
You want to try, Sue? Okay,
Sure. Our contest winner here, Sheng.
Yes.
No, just
What
being
number?
lucky is okay. Let's try number 2, please.
Number 2, okay, hold on,
Yes.
let me go. Okay. Okay, all right, I shall share with you. All right. Okay, this is the topic. Make good choices today so you don't have regret tomorrow. Make good choices today so you don't have regret tomorrow. Do you get the topic?
Yes.
All right. Now, back to you.
Thank you, fellow Toastmaster and guests. So the topic is that, what's the topic again? Okay, you made a good choice today, so you won't be regret tomorrow, okay?
Yes, true.
I agree, yet I disagree. There's one guy told me that everyone make a good choice. In fact, the best selection available at that point of time. For example, now I'm hungry and I want to eat this stuff, and this is the best selection for me. But I might not be aware that this food might not be really healthy in the long term or what, but that point of time, that's what I want to eat. So that's the good selection for me today, but not necessarily be tomorrow. And what makes this difference, I would say, is the cognitive thinking, the what you know about, okay. What does it mean is that, for example, if what you know is this much, so in this in this area, you will make the best decision that you have. And people always make the best decision you have, okay? But when going tomorrow, going to the after, when you learn more and you gain more knowledge, you will eventually realize that, hey, actually that might not necessarily be the good option or selections. Okay, and it will actually realize that, hey, that was not a good selections, that was not a good decision. I should do another good decisions or good choice. So ultimately, what I'm trying to say is that number one, people will always select the best choice you have at that point of time. But number two, it's more important to improve your cognitive thinking through sharing, through learning, through talking to your people, improve your knowledge so that you know what's the best choice, so that you won't make you will make a better choice. Not necessarily the best, but better choice compared to yesterday, which is why everyone of us is here in Toastmaster to learn how to speak better. We learn how to communicate better so that the decision that we're gonna make is gonna be a better selection and better choice. Thank you.
Thank you, Sue. 1 minute, 58 seconds. Okay, right. So, President, how many more questions can we have?
We can have two more. Let us
Two more.
the two guests to North Toastmaster to answer that.
All right.
Christina or we can answer that.
All right. Shall we have Christina to try?
Oh, okay, sure. Thank you.
You okay? You have seen
Probably I'll just choose number 1.
number 1. Okay, let me see, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay, I shall share. Right. Okay, this is your topic. This is your topic. Today, create our tomorrow.
Wow, okay.
Today, create
Yep.
our tomorrow. Right? Take your time.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So I can start now.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not very good at this. That's why I'm joining Toastmaster. But I think in life we get to make a lot of choices. For myself, I actually always tend to think for tomorrow as what it clearly stated. Because a lot of people, when they make choices, they tend to regret, which I think it is not a good idea to think that way, because whatever choices we make, nobody forces us. So a lot of times I met people that say, I regretted making this decision. I shouldn't have done this. I hate myself for doing that. But in my opinion, we shouldn't penalize ourselves for whatever choices that we made, because I always tell others that nobody put gun on your head and say that you must make this choice. It is the decision that we made for ourselves and for tomorrow. So because now I'm still new, I don't know what else to say. I hope I just cut it short so that I can continue to improve the way I speak. Yeah.
Right, thank you. Right. So do you regret joining this meeting today? I hope.
Oh no.
No.
Initially I was like, am I making the right choice now? Oh, no. Should I leave? Should I not? I'm glad that I stayed.
Right.
Toastmasters is a place to improve your public speaking skills. So so we're all glad that you made this decision to join this meeting.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. So we have a last question. So anybody would like to take this?
There's also one more guest speaker online.
One more, Vasanti? You like to try? Okay, Vasanti, what number would you like to?
Question number 10, please.
Question number 10. All right, hold on, give me a minute. All right, I shall share. Oh my God, share with you. Okay. All right, the topic is here, Vasanti. Sometimes it's the smallest decisions that can change your life forever. Sometimes it's the smallest decisions that can change your life forever. You get that? Prasanti? I cannot hear her. Is she?
No, you can remove the screen because usually the topic is read twice and
Okay.
taken away. Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Good evening, Toastmaster of the evening, club president, my fellow Toastmasters. Whether it's a smaller decision or a bigger decision, you have to think a lot before making a decision. That's what I would like to do. Because when you weigh the pros and cons before making a decision, you own the decision. And nobody can be influencing you to think otherwise. Today, with the COVID situation, it could be a smallest decision to be part of an online meeting. But for tomorrow, me being a contestant, it's a huge practice ground. To be part of this meeting, to understand the nuances of how to look out for a timer and face you, the camera, it's all not a smaller decision any longer. Like Willie said in his president's speech, when he started the online club, he could have never thought how huge it has become now. What a great impact it has made, especially now in this scenario. Every club is looking up to Willie. Every club is literally looking up to Willie. But when I met him, I didn't know of his thoughts or his vision. But today, I'm very proud to say I have been following Willie since then, and I know him since the inception of Online Club. And I'm very motivated enough to be a part of that online club as well. So you never know, a small decision or a big decision, you could be an inspiration to many around you. Don't regret your choices, move on with conviction, and you will definitely succeed. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. We have come to the end of our table topic session. Timer, can all of them qualify?
Yes, everyone qualified. Is anyway, Christina may not speak within 1 minute, but it's okay. Everyone qualified. Okay, I'm going to show you something online that a lot of people have. I believe they have tried that before, or Nira has seen it before. I will launch poorly, and you can choose who's the best table topic speaker. Selena, you cannot. Yeah, you cannot access because you're the co-host. So
Okay.
okay, you can share it. You can. I think a while you can pick who's the best table topic speaker already.
So do I don't need to vote, is it?
Yes, you need to vote.
Yeah.
You have to vote now or later?
You can vote
Vote
now.
now. Now on the screen, is it? Then submit.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, so
Have you all voted? Who's the best speaker? Table topic speaker?
What's the message?
Did you see the screen just now? There's a voting screen.
Yep.
Everybody?
You saw that, Jonathan? You mean you have to close and open again? Submit. No, it's okay. It's
mid button disabled on my end.
No, it's not disabled. It's only disabled. The disabled is only for the share screen. But never mind. It's okay. We can solve it.
Okay. So.
Okay. And then I will launch who's the best table topic. Actually, tonight there's a tie.
There's a tie? Okay.
Yes, let me share screen again. Can you see? Ranjit and Jessica is the winner. But never mind, forget about whether
High five.
Okay.
We are all the best table topic. We have learned the best table topic.
All right.
Anyway, this is a trial round, but anyway, next month we make it the formal way of 2 minutes and 30 seconds if it's qualified or you speak less than 1 minute. Okay, let me stop the sharing and Selena, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Club President. Now we shall move on to the prepared speeches. We have our first speaker, Tan Lei Teng, who will be doing a project from the dynamic leadership icebreaker, project 1. Can I have the evaluator to read the objective? Evaluator? Do you know who's the evaluator for you? Asanti?
Prasati.
Asati? You have the evaluation form with you? No, you don't.
Thank you, Dina. Willie hasn't been able to share it, but
Okay,
I,
all right.
I think I will let him read it out. Just give me a second.
All right, sure. Let's do it properly. Then.
Okay, I send you. I send you.
Right.
Okay, done. Share your WhatsApp message.
Okay.
The purpose statement for today's speech for Leighton is for the member to introduce herself to the club and to learn the basic.
Vasanti, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you just muted your mic.
Unmute you just now. Sorry.
No, the host already unmuted. So that's why I went on. Anyways, I go again. The purpose of this speech is for the member to introduce herself to the club and to learn the basic structure of a public speech. Timing is 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, the green light will be shown. At 5, the amber or yellow. And at 6 minutes, the red light. After that, there is 30-second grace time. And then the aqua light will be shown. For her to qualify for this speech, the speech shouldn't exceed 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Leighton, take it away. All the best.
Wait. Okay.
Right. Okay. Start. You may start, Leighton.
A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, especially to our new guests. Okay, I'm here to tell you more about myself. To my members, you know me as Leighton. You also know me that I'm a lecturer in Republic Polytechnic. Therefore, when I've been asked to prepare a speech about myself, I do not really know where to start with. It could be because I know myself too well, and there's so many things that I would like to share with you. How could I put so many things within 4 to 6 minutes? Therefore, what happened this morning was I was involved in this direct administration exercise where I interviewed potential students. My questions to them was, tell me more about yourself. They were stunned in a way that they may not know exactly what they would like me to know about themselves. Therefore, allow me to share with you 3 things about myself, and hopefully from here you would like to know more about me. Okay, my name, Leighton, is a name that was given by my grandfather. I did not know exactly what was the meaning until I think when I was in my university. That was when my aunt told me, Leighton means gracious. I was paused at that moment when I realized the meaning. It's because I realized that up to now, I'm still not a gracious lady. When I walk with big steps, open wide leg, imagine like a penguin walking. Therefore, I'm not sure whether did I really do anything proud for my grandfather to be gracious. And therefore, in order for me to have some elements of graciousness, I took painting, oil painting. Well, people say that normally an artist, they have some element of vicious, like the swan swimming in the lake. Therefore, I took oil painting as a starting of a hobby that happened about 8 years ago. And I didn't know that. Eventually, it becomes something that is a great interest of me. And until now, I still continue to paint. I think it's because painting gives me another room for me to enhance my creativity. Before I become a lecturer, I was an engineer. And you know, engineers, we love mathematics and we like to look at things systematically. Hence, most of our left-hand sided brain is being used up while the right-sided is, I would say, unutilized in a way. Therefore, I'm glad that I took up the oil painting because it really gives me a room to to let my creativity grow. And I hope that this creativity somehow bring interesting ideas to my teaching style as well as when I craft the curriculum to my students. Talking about a lecturer, if you ask me, am I aware about what I want to be when to grow up? The answer is no. There's a lot of choices that I made in the past. I wanted to be a president of Singapore, to tell you the truth. But after that, I realized that they have to study a lot. And there's so many other things that I don't think I'm good at it. So I threw away the idea of being a president. Therefore, I thought of how about being a doctor? Because I always get sick easily and my mom spent huge amount of money trying to send me to the hospital to let the doctor see what happened to me. This doctor really helped my mom to save some. But when I was in GC, I realized that during my generation to be a doctor, I have to be very good in my English as well as my Mandarin. I took Mandarin 2 times for examinations and I still got B4. And during that time, Mandarin has to be A1 in order to enter medical school in Singapore. So I threw away the idea of being a doctor. So I thought to myself, okay, how about be a nurse? Maybe being a nurse, I can be closer to a doctor and who knows, my husband could be a doctor. So in a way. Then when I went to the hospital, I realized that, wow, nurse. The life as a nurse, the duty is so heavy and I don't think I have the big heart to do that. And eventually after delete point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4, eventually my 5th choice was a teacher. And did I immediately become a teacher? No, I did not. It's because I study engineering as my degree and I thought that if I study an engineering subject and I've never been an engineer, it's quite useless in a way. Hence, after my master's degree, I went to become a process engineer in one of the wafer fabrication factory. I would say a company, an American company, and I did enjoy it a lot. That was the moment that I realized that respect has to be earned. It didn't come just because of your qualification. And it took me about 6 months in order for me to earn respect from my operators, and then things went smoothly. So along the way, I thought, okay, maybe I should be satisfied with what I am during that moment as an engineer. And things just happened. In 2 years later, I was given this opportunity that a UK university accepted me and gave me a Commonwealth scholarship. So I grabbed hold of the opportunity and I went over there. Hey, up to now, sorry, what's my timer? I couldn't see my timer. Oh, it's already 6 minutes. And of course, as I mentioned to you earlier, there's so many things about me that I do not know how to squeeze into this 6 minutes. And in order for me to enter the contest, I have to stop very, very soon. Therefore, if you want to know more about me, please stay tuned and continue to be our Fuchun Toastmaster member. Back to you, really.
Thank you very much. Okay, just a reminder to all the speakers, please watch out for the time, which is if you're on the screen, you just look at a small tab at the top. Just be mindful of the time, right? So now we shall move on to the second speaker. Our second speaker speaker will be will be doing his speech from the Presentation Mastery, Project 2, Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring. Can I have the evaluator to read the objective? The evaluator will be?
I think I'm the evaluator.
Okay, do you have the objectives for this?
The purpose statements. Okay. The
Yes,
purpose
correct.
of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmaster envision mentoring, and the purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of a previous experience as a prodigy. Yep. So.
All right.
Yeah, Dheeraj, all the best.
Thank you.
You
So
can do that. Yes.
The timing sequence will be 5 to 7 minutes. At the 5th minute, the green light will be switched on. 6 minutes, the yellow light will be switched on. And the 7 minute, the red light will be switched on. You will then be given 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. Right. Speaker for this project will be Dheeraj. Dheeraj, the title of your speech? Sorry, Dheeraj, the title of your speech? Dheeraj, are you there?
Working in fast food.
Working in fast food. Working in fast food. So the title for the speech is Working in Fast Food. Please welcome Toastmaster Dheeraj.
Everyone has a job these days, and with the virus, it's getting much harder to go to your workplace to work. Everyone is working from home, aren't they? Raise your hands if you're working from home. 1, 2. Dina, I get a head shake. Okay, I'm one of those people who don't get to work at home. Why? I work at fast food. If fast food people work at home, you guys don't get your McDonald's. But sadly, I don't work at McDonald's. Their pay is terrible. I work at Moss Burger. Anyone has eaten Moss Burger before? Okay, one of you have. All right, so my Moss Burger is situated in a HDB compound. It's been recently opened, Kampong Admiralty. Have you guys heard of that?
Oh, yes, yes.
Yes, that's where I'm at. Please don't hesitate to come. I will give you a free food. I'll give you free food.
I just stay opposite, you know.
Sweet. Very nice.
Free supply every day. Okay, thanks for that.
As long as I'm working there. All right. So I have an anthology of free stories that I want to share. One good, one bad, and one confusing. Okay, let's start with the bad one. I almost got threatened. Actually, I did get threatened by a guy who has had corona. By the end of my story, you will understand what I mean by that. So, it was about 9:30 on a Sunday night. An Indian guy comes in, middle-aged. I think about Ranjit's age. Was that you? I don't know. Okay, so he comes in, he looks at the menu. We were out of beef at that time because we were close to closing, and the grill was shut down completely. Durian, which Moss Burger? John, I was in Kampong Admiralty. Okay, but moving on. We offered only chicken and fish burgers that time. So he looked at the menu, then he said, "Oh, these 2 very expensive beef burgers are not available." They had a sign which clearly said temporarily not available. So he was asking one redundant question. I said, I was just okay with that because it's F&B. What can you expect? People don't normally have common sense. About 40% of people who come to cashiers don't have common sense anyway. Okay, so that was the first question. I said, yeah, we don't have beef. Second question, he looked at the menu again and then he said, do you guys have anything similar to the 2 most expensive good quality burgers? Then I said, no sir, we don't have beef. We only have chicken and fish left. My patience was starting to run thin. Yes, I know, cashiers, you're supposed to deal with customers no matter how annoying they are. But forgive me for expecting a little bit of common sense in every single customer that I meet, especially adults. Third question, he said, okay, do you guys have any beef burgers? Then I said, No, sir, we have chicken and fish burgers. And I could literally hear the gears turning in his head as he actually understood what I said. And then after a dead silence for 3 seconds, he goes, I would like a cheeseburger. And then that's when I was getting a little bit annoyed. So I said, sir, we literally do not have any beef. We only have chicken or fish burgers. By then, he also got annoyed because he could sense the annoyance in my voice. Then he started going off on me. Hey, even if I ask 10 times, you're supposed to answer, he said. And then I just completely ignored that. And then I said, I told you multiple times, sir, we do not have beef burgers. And he just didn't care. He was staring at me with his body language told me that he could kill me. He was getting ready to toss me to the other side of the counter and just destroy me. So I just kept my cool, and then I was just, sir, we don't have beef. You want to order or not? Forgive me. I sometimes am a very irrational person, but we're all human. So he looked at the name tag, which said literally Raj. It's not my full name. It's just Raj because a lot of people can't pronounce the Raj. So then he looked at my name tag and then he was like, oh, okay, Raj, can I speak to your manager? Or can I call someone? I knew where this was going. So I just said, yeah, sure. He's right at the back. So I called the manager out. And I think this was my actual mistake, my only mistake I did. I called the manager out saying the customer has a problem. And out of context, that sounds like I have a problem with the customer, right? So what happened after that was the customer heard that, he took that out of context. Well, of course you do. And he started going off on me and my manager. He stormed off by saying, the customer's not the problem, you are the problem. So after he left, I was visibly shaken. I wasn't crying or anything, but I was shaken. And then the manager told me, oh, he was drunk. Did you not know that? So then it clicked. Oh, he has had corona, just not the virus. That joke must have landed with some of you. Okay. Here's the more confusing bit. With customers, some of them, you can expect them to be a little more biased with how they treat your cashiers. There are some people who are nice. They treat their cashiers the same way. Terribly. There are some very, very rare instances where you get nice cashiers who smile at you, who actually give you the money to your hand instead of just chucking it to the counter. There have been way too many cases of that. But I think the most confusing thing for me is this one customer who came in. We had a new cashier at the time. She's about my age. She's Chinese and she's a short girl. Short, average height, short. So she came in. She was doing the orders. I was the senior there. I've worked in Moss Burger and fast food in general for 2 years. She just joined literally 2 hours ago. So she came. So she was handling their order. The customer was talking in a very lightened mood. She was in a good mood. Very chirpy talking, back and forth banter. It was all in Chinese, so I didn't really understand what they meant. And then when she went to handle her order, I was the one in charge of giving them their change. So the cash went to me because she was busy with something else. So I just when I extended my hand for the cash, her face completely fell, and with a dead frown, she just, yeah. I don't know what was the difference there. Is it because Chinese, Indian, small girl, teenager? I don't know. And then I tried to break the ice a little bit. So when I handed her a change, I just said, 谢谢. And I didn't get anything. No smile, no nod. It was just a, yeah, thanks. So that was fun. Okay. And I've been working in that particular HDB compound for about a month now. But before that, I've been working in North Point. It was a mall. So there is a difference between a mall and a HDB compound. For starters, people in malls, they tend to be very, very tired and cranky in the evening hours. Yes? Everyone's guilty of that. People in HDB compounds, they are cranky all the time. There are people who just act like the world revolves around them. Like they don't care about your day. They don't care about whether being nice to you. With more people, people who are in malls, there is some level of kindness. There is some level of geniality that you can come to expect from them. So, moral of the story: be nice to your cashiers and tip them often. Please give me more tips. All right, back to you, Toastmaster. Okay.
Well done, well done. All right. So be nice to the cashier, is it? Are you a cashier?
Just be nice. Just be nice to your customer service staff in general. They've had a long day and they're always dealing with mean customers.
All right, right. Note, we will take note. Next, we will have the last speaker for tonight. Speaker will be doing his project speech from the Persuasive Influence project, project number 2, which is understanding your leadership style. Understanding your leadership style. Can we have the objective, the evaluator? Can you read the objective for this project?
Okay, I am the evaluator.
Right.
I do not really have your official evaluation form, but this is what I have. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Therefore, they are. Sorry.
Your what apps now? Is there already?
My WhatsApp. I'm using my phone now.
Okay, maybe we just no need. We just
Okay, are you able to hear me?
yes, we can hear you.
Okay. The purpose statements, there are 2. The purpose of this project is for the member to identify his primary leadership skill, the style, as well as for the member to share some of the aspect of his leadership style or discuss the leadership styles in general. Okay, so these are the 2 purpose statements for my speaker today.
Timing.
Okay.
The timing for this speech will be 5 to 7 minutes, right?
Yes, the speech will be 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay, the timing sequence will be similar to the second speaker, 5 to 7 minutes. Ranjit, all right. So, title of the speech, Ranjit. Do you have title of your speech? Can you unmute? Unmute.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
So the title of your speech is?
My title is The Confused Leader.
Okay. So the title is Confused Leader. So please welcome Toastmaster Ranjit. Thanks.
If you start your career in a very small organization of 5 people or less, with no proper leadership, no proper guidance, no proper hierarchy, will you be ending up as a confused leader? If so, you're looking at one of the confused leader. President Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, a warm evening, all of you. There are different types of leaders the world has produced, starting from Martin Luther King, Mahatma Gandhi, Steve Jobs, with democratic, charismatic, aristocratic, pace-setting styles. Since I have not worked with all those great leaders, let me speak about my experience with the day-to-day leaders who I met through my career. Okay, I'm a naval architect. I was like a headless chicken when I joined this small organization. Since I didn't go through any orientation, I was just put in the job right away. From the drawing board, designing ships, to the office boy. So I was running from left to right, top to bottom, doing all sort of jobs, but really didn't know what to do. Whatever was given to me, I was doing. And if you know about ship, a ship is almost like a small town by itself. You have electrical, you have accommodation, you have steel, you have whatever you have it in a small township. It's there in all the ships. So a lot of precision And a lot of accuracy is needed when you design a ship and build a ship. And within 1 year of my career, I was appointed as a supervisor for a shipbuilding with absolute no experience. I'm standing on the ship. Is there any disturbance? Okay.
It's okay.
Okay, I'm just standing on a ship without any experience. And being a junior, a very young boy, like maybe I'll be looking like Dheeraj, very small boy. I was just standing and looking around what to do in the ship, and I am the scapegoat for everyone on board. If the shipyard makes a mistake, I'll be fired. If the owner makes a mistake, I'll be fired. This is my situation. And one fine day, when we build a ship, I was standing on the ship, and you know, a ship will have lifeboats. If there is a fire or any accident on the ship, you get into the lifeboat and you just sail away. And the shipyard built a lifeboat without access to the boat. That means the lifeboat is hanging in the air. And the owner was really angry, and unfortunately, I was there at the spot. He called me and asked, "Ranjit, what is that?" I said, "Sir, it's a lifeboat." "How will you reach that?" Then I saw the lifeboat is hanging in the air. How will I reach there? I was just scratching my head. And suddenly what he did, he gave me a rope and told me, "Throw this rope on the lifeboat and climb by yourself." It was the most embarrassing moment. And being a young boy, I didn't know what to do. I threw the rope on the lifeboat and started climbing. And I was just hanging in the air, dangling in the air. That's when the shipyard guys came there and told to the owner, "Sir, it was our mistake. We forgot to build a stair to reach the lifeboat." And I, poor fellow, young boy, dangling in the air like that. That was a moment I felt like jumping into the sea. It's a question of my capability of a ship designer. I goofed up like this, but I didn't do it. A shipyard did it, but I end up in facing that thing. I faced so much of instances like that during my whole career at a young age, and I started questioning myself, will I ever become a good naval architect? Or am I becoming into a confused leader? Maybe I should join a big organization with a proper hierarchy, learn from the seniors, just do only a small job given to me, report to the seniors, and just grow slowly. That's how I started my confused days. And during those days, I met a lot of clients, we call it as leaders, who were like inspiring me. Some were authoritative, some were bureaucratic, and some were pace setters. I could notice if there is an authoritative guy who takes a rigid decision and doesn't want to deviate from that, then there is no flexibility in that and the efficiency is less. I learned that. And if a guy is a bureaucratic and he just stick to the rules and don't want to do anything deviating from the rules, we are not doing an efficient design. We are doing a very, very rigid design which may not suit for the purpose. And if you meet a pace setter leader, there, if you set a time and start do the job within that time, you are not getting a quality product. So being a full authoritative or being a full bureaucratic and being a full pace setter will not get you the right thing. I started slowly learning like this. As I became 10 years older, maybe 10 years older than Dheeraj, I learned a lot. I learned how to approach the problems. But recently, I did one project. We built one ship in Singapore, and whenever we build a ship, the ship's weight will be about 10,000 tons, okay? And we cannot lift the ship and weigh it. We have to do some experiment to know the weight of the ship. The shipyard was struggling a lot to do that. And since I have got an exposure from the different levels, I took to the very simple way to find a solution. And there was a simple method Willie, I am on time. At least you wave your hand. Okay. And that is a simple simulator on the ship. Just use that, the whole thing will be resolved. Okay. An experiment which needed 2 weeks of time, I could manage to get it done within a half a day. So this is how I progressed. As I progressed in my career, I realized that a bit of authoritative, a bit of bureaucratic, a bit of pace setting, and a lot of altruistic and a lot of servant type of leadership will make me a better leader. As a young boy, I was thinking I'll become a confused leader. At my later stage of life, I realized with all the whackings and experience I got from the different leaders of all walks of life, I'm growing into a complete leader. I will become, for sure, one day as a dynamic leader in approaching the problem in a very simple way and providing a solution in a very easy way. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
All the speakers. So we have come to the end of the prepared speech. Timers, can I have all the time for all the
all qualified.
all
Because-
qualified?
Yeah.
I mean, usually we have individual timing.
Yeah, all qualified because just now there's the application hang.
Okay. All right. Okay. I think.
That's what I also got distracted in between.
All right. Evaluators, please take note. All are qualified. Okay. In terms of timing, time, all qualified. So we shall now vote for the best prepared speech. Hey,
Anshi, how old do you think I am?
sorry?
Should be less than 25.
Of course.
Less than 20, sorry, less than 20.
Can you guess an exact number?
21.
Sorry, for who?
Dheeraj is
Dheeraj.
asking his age.
The timing for his?
No, age.
Your age?
Yeah, he's asking me to guess his age. Maybe 21 or 22.
I'm 19.
19?
Yeah, that's what I said, less than 20.
But you guess more than 20.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, you're an adult now. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, President, are we supposed to vote?
Yes.
The screen, I cannot see the voting screen. This is only.
I think the voting is not complete, Willie.
Let me try it again.
Yeah, you can put it again. Yeah, I can see it now.
I can see it now.
Yeah. Hope all can see.
Yes, I can see the voting. So just need to click the. Right, I'm done.
All done.
All done? All done with the voting? Can we go for a break? Short break, President?
Yeah.
How about we just continue only evaluation?
Okay.
5 minutes now or 10 minutes. You want 10 minutes also can.
Who wants to take a break?
Toilet break.
I don't want to take a break. Okay.
Actually, can we?
Okay. So, we work together, right? Okay, we're gonna start soon. I will contact you. We will work together for you.
Sure. Thank you, Selena.
President, are we gonna start now? All right. Okay. We start. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to second session of meeting. All of you have a good break. Everybody, are you there? Are you still there? I hope you are still there.
Yes.
Sue, are you there? Sue, are you there?
Yes, I
Okay,
am.
you're very quiet, so
Yeah.
Vasanti,
Most
you're still
likely he's taking a bath again.
Well,
okay. We're going to start our session. Now we will start our evaluation session. So for this session, we will have all the evaluators to evaluate all the speakers. For this evaluation, the timing sequence will be 2 to 3 minutes. For the at 2 minutes, the green light will be turned on. 2 minutes, 30 seconds, the yellow light will be switched on. The 3 minutes red light will be good idea. Good idea, Willie. I wanted to suggest the card. All right, at the 3 minutes, red card will be shown. All right, this time round we will use a card in case the light did not operate well. Okay, so you will then be given 30 seconds to wrap up your evaluation. So now we shall invite the first evaluator, Vasanti, to evaluate the first speech by Lei Ting. Vasanti, are you there? Back. Are you there? All right, back to you.
Good evening once again. Lei Ting, I hope you sit there with a paper and pen so that you can take down. Being the first project, I would recommend this. Always have a keen listening ear when the evaluations happen. That's the way you progress. Okay, firstly, let me applaud you for taking the brave step of presenting your first speech or the icebreaker speech. To me, and I think to all the listeners today in this room, we wouldn't believe that you are presenting your icebreaker. You were very confident. There was so much clarity when you spoke, and the speed at which you presented gave me goosebumps. Hey, am I really looking forward for an icebreaker or somebody who's a very seasoned speaker? The next thing was, a good move was to have your name, a meaning given, and a story behind it. That was a good step. And to me, I was counting all my fingers: engineer, lecturer, doctor, nurse. And I was thinking, oh, my hands are already running out and I should start using my toes to count now. You know, you were giving an idea of how you moved from one to the other, one to the other. And I am very happy that you are a very multifaceted personality and you have even chosen another new facet in your life of becoming a public speaker. Kudos to that. When it comes to recommendations, I have two key recommendations for you today. One is, have one story being highlighted so that people can remember you very well. For example, having studied engineering, what made you take a job of a lecturer or teaching? You connect the two life incidences together and mix it up to make sure that people can remember you, how from qualification you moved on to take up another profession entirely which you were not trained for. That becomes very inspirational for listeners. Number two, whenever you make a speech, to you as a listener even, you should practice the speech whether it is coherent. Because suddenly you come up to say the name of your meaning and then you go back to becoming a doctor, a nurse. So sometimes there was no connection between the instances that you were trying to quote. Instead, if you start your life like a lesson, or probably from your childhood, of how, you know, at age 5 you thought of something and age 10 you changed to something, then it's easy for people to remember because there is a link of events. Anyways, to me, the summary is that you are a very great speaker. Be confident, go ahead with just these recommendations that are being given to you. And I'm sure you would look forward to more and more learning and then become a great public speaker soon. All the very best. Back to you, TME.
Thank you, Vasanti. Thank you very much. Now we shall invite the second evaluator to evaluate speech by Diraj. Please welcome evaluator Su Sheng. Su Sheng, you are there?
Yes, I'm here. Okay, so may I start?
Yes.
Okay, so good evening, fellow Toastmasters. So first of all, Diraj, it's a very interesting talk and it's really fun. Okay, I enjoyed it. Okay, a lot of story sharings. Okay, and I look forward to the free burger from you. Okay, so allow me to give some feedback on the good side. You speak very well. You have good clarity. Your vocal variety is awesome. You are really confident and feel very comfortable when you speak. Okay. And number two, you actually connect with audience. You ask questions, you shoot up something fun, and when people actually say something asking, you actually try to engage. And it's actually very important that you engage with your audience, and you did very, very, very well. Okay, very, very good. And number three, also, you do storytelling, and people love story. So story is very, very good. And I think all this sum up to a very, very good communication, a very good speech. But the next, I'd like to go a little bit more about the things that you can improve. So I will not comment about your communication skills and speech because you did very, very good. And maybe there is still improvement, but I will say it's very awesome already. However, I'd like to tackle a little bit more about the content. Okay, so number one, the time management. Okay, apparently you actually sleep over a little bit and trying to like cut off and just go to the bottom line. Okay, so maybe you might want to structure your speech better. This is number one. And number two, your speech topic of the days is actually about the Toastmaster mental. So do you mind to share with me, do you think you achieved the objective today? You share a lot about your life being a cashier and stuff. It's really fun, entertaining, interesting. But does the objective of this speech today achieve?
I don't really look at like the core objectives much. I just make
Yes.
speeches and work on
Yes.
improving from the last. That's all.
Yes. So that's why your communication is really awesome. I have not gonna comment on that, but the content, the objective is not there. So this is something that you might want to take note. You did a very good job as a stand-up comedian. If today you're a stand-up comedian, you're gonna share your stories, entertaining, you make people laugh, you are awesome. You are really, really awesome. But today, if you're going to move toward the business side, business public speaking, business communications, you're gonna convince your boss or managers, maybe there are still somewhere to improve. And the last comment is that share with us a couple of stories, but what are the value behind? What is the message you're trying to bring across? And you end it at last that, hey, we should treat the cashier good. Okay, but it doesn't really link up, didn't give us an aha moment that, oh yeah, so this is the message you want to bring across. My suggestion is that you try to watch some TED Talk, TED Talk, TED. Yeah, try to listen to them. That one is more towards the more business talk. Okay, how they're gonna bring their message across. And one of the best speech that I'm gonna propose to you, you can try to Google up, is the Steve Jobs 2005 commencement speech. His vocal variety, clarity is so, but the message that he bring across is really awesome. Yeah, that's all. Thank you. Good job.
Thank you, Su Ching. So next, we will have the last evaluator, Lei Teng, to evaluate the speech by Ranjit. Lei Teng, to you.
A very good evening, Toastmaster, especially to Mr. Ranjit. Ranjit, this is the first time that I'm talking to you and I've seen you. So allow me to evaluate your speech in 3 areas. First one, what are the things that I enjoy a lot? Second is the things that you have to be careful with. And the third will be the missing, I would say, the gaps that it will be better for you to fill in to make the speech even better. First one, the things that I like about you is you start with confused leader. I like this word confused because it really made me confused. Why? When a person is confused, you start to pay attention more, active listening. And I start to look into, listen to your speech and your body language. You give a few examples along the way, like names like Steve Jobs that we are familiar with. And after that, you didn't waste much time. You straight away go into personal story. Personal story is something that people love to hear because we are very gossipy. We like to know more about you, what happened that made you share with us, how confused your days could be. Eventually, you become a leader. And you use word like helpless chicken. So I thought, that is something that is interesting. And you have some body gesture as well as hand gesture. For example, you say hanging in the air. So as you're moving and your hands are gripping, I can really feel like you are really hanging in the air. So even though I only visually see your top part of your body, but somehow I can able to visualize what will happen in the lifeboat while you're trying to climb up to the lifeboat without any ladder. So that is something that is good. The next things that I would like to look into is what are the areas that you would like to improve in. I think will be a little bit about grammatical errors. For example, you mentioned about the lifeboat. It was a past tense. So you mentioned it's hanging in the air. It was a past, so it was hanging in the air. I face so much situation like that. It's not so much situation because you is countable. It's how so many situations like that. The next thing is because we are giving a speech to the audience, therefore your face expression that's important. You look quite serious. Relax, my darling. Okay, smile a little bit, as well as make use of your voice, sometimes louder, sometimes softer. The third things that I would like to share with you, because as a leader, basically, when we share with our students, when we talk about effective leaders, there are three areas that normally we like them to touch on using a story, be it. First one is self-awareness, second is people awareness, and third is situational awareness. Therefore, you may want to highlight these three areas in terms of your leadership as well as the style of leadership that you want to use. You mentioned that it would be nice to use a mixture of different leadership style, but you may want to more focus on one dominant element that make your leadership very effective. And back to you. I have finished my evaluation. Thank you.
Thank you, Lei Ting. Thank you very much. So we have come to the end our speech evaluation. I want to thank all the evaluators, for the evaluation. Timers, are all the evaluators qualified to be voted?
Yes.
Any?
No disqualification. All speak within the timekeeper.
All right. So shall we vote for the best evaluator?
Okay. Allow support.
Okay. There are three evaluators. You can vote for the best evaluator. Done? Have you done with the evaluation? With the voting?
Just try it out for 10 to 20 seconds. We want to see your voice quality and your movements.
Okay, we have done with the voting.
I will end polling now.
Hmm?
And then I share result. Later is the best prepared. Was voted the best evaluator.
All right.
So wait for
Well done, well done.
to get the ribbon.
We cannot give you the ribbon now. Right. So congratulations to all the best table topic speaker, to the best prepared speech speaker, and lastly the best evaluator. Congratulations to all the three. Now we have come to the end of our meeting. Shall I hand over to you to
Okay, sure.
close the
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Could you find the speeches, the table topic, and the evaluation all come to two words? Making choices today. Do we make the first step wherever you join Toastmaster, the day you join Toastmaster, sign up for a member of this club, or you have joined you are a member of other club. The first day you sign the dotted line, have you regretted yet? I remember the first time I attended a Toastmaster meeting at YMCA. I almost attended the meeting. In the end, I hide in the lobby room because that was 2003. And I went, after that, I decided to say that I want to go. 3 days later, I decided to join Tampines Regional Library Toastmasters Club, which is now called Tara Toastmasters Club in Tampines North. And for the day I joined, I never turned back. Although I left for personal reasons, I came back 2 years ago with a greater vision. Who knows, one day you will hear that Willie is the next the program quality director or district director or for the online club. Online club, we do not have a district, so there's no thought. Who knows, I will come back to go a bigger goal. Making choices today, like for the guest, Christina, I hope the choice that you make today will be you will never regret, because this club, as club president and the vice president of education, and with Selena, with Lete, Iraj, Sue, and all other members will there to support you.
Thank you, Willie.
We will not let you be behind. We're here to help members. We are not here to go, okay, even we are here to go for boosts that is determined by Toastmasters International whether the club is worth to join. First, we concentrate on member development. We do not concentrate on getting new members. I mean, where member improve, member, but people will know that this club is a club that want to join in Woodlands, at Woodlands. And people will not say that, what's so good about Fuchun Toastmasters Club? What's so good about Willie? Willie is just another guy who are so passionate about Toastmasters. But what can the club help them? They have to come and tell our meeting to know the improvement. Sue being the newest, not the newest member, he joined our club in August. He knew his first prepare speech in October. And he went on to overtake Lete to be the best table topic, best table topic contestant at the contest last Tuesday. I was taken by a surprise because I would expect Lete to be the best table topic speaker, or Shah, who is the immediate first winner, could be the table topic speaker. But never mind, they always say that new person, new joiner will always bring surprises to the club. So, fellow Toastmasters, no matter which level of your journey in Toastmasters you are in, this club is definitely going to stay for another 20 years. We have just turned 20 in October, 1st of October. Selena, myself, Lete, yourself, we are going to go for another 20 years. My goal is we want to conquer the whole Woodlands. It's a very ambitious goal, but I'm moving towards my first 20 member. Step by step is what I'll be a very Selena. I know in my past that I am a very ambitious. I like to do a lot of things, but end up fail because why I fail? Because I work alone. I don't work in a team. So when I came back this time, I try to get everyone doing their work and share. And the journey may be slower, but in the end of the term, you get what we have achieved. Members learn, develop. The club officer also learn in their leadership. We all learn. We are not here to say what's so good about Fuchun Toastmasters. There's 2 clubs in Singapore that have 100 members, but members are complaining that they do not have a slot. So Fuchun Toastmasters Club, although we have only 12, with you joining Christina, we can take the journey on and on. Even in my online club, my goal for the club is 80 this year. My member, people say I'm mad. How can you reach 80? 80 away, not for Singapore. It's the whole world. The next big project, I want to conquer the whole world. That's my international, my online club, the whole world. Because all over the world. But Fuchun, we try to cater to the resident in Woodlands. What we need to do. And then this will aim to show what Fuchun Toastmasters Club in Fuchun Domestic Center. The rest of other clubs, I mean, there's other club that meet on last Saturday. Why really can be successful? We also can do it. The word is not about what's so good about really can do the job, but it's about whether they want to do it. So I have a last message. The message is just do it or don't do it. DTM don't do much. That's what people are saying now. But I reverse. I will do it. Do that more. Thank you. And have a nice evening. I know it's just only 10 o'clock, but I'm afraid that I have to jump to another meeting in the Thailand Online Club where I'm also their club advisor as well. So I really start to conquer the Asia Pacific country. So fellow Toastmasters,
meeting?
have a nice
Next
day.
meeting.
The next meeting will be April 21st.
Mm.
And this is
So-
online.
21st?
Yes, 3rd Tuesday, same time.
Will it be online as well?
Yes, it will be online until June, until
Okay.
May, where we basically on the situation we might go back to the cup on in June. If not, we'll still continue to go online. With online, actually, I want to tell everyone that we can have 2 meetings, but I understand people are tired. Never mind, just 1 meeting. Enough. We can have every week also can.
Enough.